Allie, you make writing and publishing look and sound so easy, but it's not. I know it's not. But what makes it easier is a good book idea. So today we're going to be diving into the topic of how to find good book ideas, because some of you really struggle with finding and sticking to a good book idea, and the basis of writing and publishing, like that foundation, is literally your book idea. So that could be one of the most important parts of writing, is getting that idea. So I thought I would cover that topic today. I have a few tips for you and we're going to dive right into them. So what is something that sparks your interests? Like, is it music? Is it the human brain? Is it like friendships? Is it nature? What are some things that always just get your wheels turning and get you thinking? And write those things down and see what you can do with a plot. If it was nature, maybe you need to write a book about someone getting lost in the mountains, but you are specifically honing in on the beauty of nature, even though they're lost in the mountains. That's just an example. Don't actually do that. That could be terrible. And then, what is a question you think about a lot? Like when you're talking about something and you suddenly realize, like, I wonder what would happen if this happened to me. What would I do if this happened to me? And write a book about that happening to a character. Those always make amazing plots, because if you are thinking about it and you think that is interesting, other people are going to as well. When you have those thoughts, write them down. I write them down on my hands, on my arms. If I don't have a notebook, I will write them down in between the holes of my jeans. I will write them in my notes app on my phone. My notes app is a mile long with these random ideas. So just write those down when you have those little intrusive thoughts, and they always make for some fun book plots. What are some of your favorite shows and books and movies and plays and all of those storylines? And pick out your favorites, the one that are always in the back of your mind, and try and see if you can combine those and put your own twists on some of your favorites. Take the plot from one and the basis of the characters from another and mix them up and see what you come up with, and to see what would happen if the characters took this step instead of this step. And just put your own spin on some of your favorite things. That will always be sure to work if you make sure that you are writing about something that is close to your heart, which is my other tip, which is you always need to write about something that you are passionate about. Whether that be mental health in teens, or for me, it's always been Christianity and Jesus and spreading the word through my stories, just weaving that in there to my contemporary fiction with a little bit of romance and a little bit of fun and a little bit of lightheartedness and also some deep emotional things. Those are the basis of my stories. So what are the building blocks of your stories that you are always passionate about and you are always thinking about and you want to tell everybody about? And do not be scared of your books being similar to something that has already been done. Everything's already been done, but not from your perspective. You have not shown your perspective on what it would be like to go to Hogwarts, but you don't have any powers. You're a fraud. You don't have... The world has not seen your perspective on it, on everything. So take some things that you think about and put your perspective on it. Don't be afraid of your book looking like somebody else's. If you are truly writing from your heart and you are writing what you enjoy writing, you don't need to worry about anyone else's opinion, because that is your story. Don't worry about it being similar to someone else's. Like, is it Red Queen? Red Queen and Powerless are always compared, that those are really similar books. Does that stop either of them from being super popular? No, it does not. Both of them are still very popular. Yes, people have judged Lauren Roberts because her book is similar, but does she care? No, she took inspiration from that and she put her own spin on it, and that is her unique story. So don't be afraid of being someone else's story or being called a copycat. If you know that you just took inspiration from it and that you know in your heart that you took the time to plan and write that and look at it from your perspective, you shouldn't have to worry about other people's opinions. So those are your tips for having a good book ideas. Write all of your ideas that came into your head down while you were watching this. I hope that this inspired you and gave you some fun ideas, and just go have a brainstorming day. Go brainstorm some fun book ideas. Go watch my vlog of brainstorming my dream novel that I just did in June last year. I am on my second draft of that right now, in case any of you who watch that are watching this video. And that just proves that these things work. I combined some of my favorite things. I combined like a mystery novel, and I combined like the fun summer vibes from Outer Banks and my favorite era, the 80s, and I combined all of those into one book. And this is an insane story. I've never written a second draft, but I had so many ideas that came to me while I was writing this, and I just had so much more to add to the story that I had to write a second draft. I am right now 60k words into this and still going, so that just shows that when you take these tips and you put them to good use, you will have a story that you are passionate about. So I've been working on that since June now, so that's June, July,
August, September, October, November, December, January, February, March.
10 months. 10 months in the making. Well, 9. It just turned March. 9 months in the making. I've been working on this book. That is insane. And I have not lost my passion for it at all. This is still one of the greatest things that I've ever done. This book is incredible. So take these tips, run with them, make your dream book. Have some fun. Bye. Thanks for watching.